Hey, what's up? It's your boy Ray's podcast. Back at it again, live from Hello Studios, with the beautiful ninth floor here down in downtown Dallas. Thank you for rocking with your boy one more time. Greatly appreciate that. It's October, so, we're supporting breast cancer awareness. So, shout out to all the women that are fighting, surviving through this. Our love and support go to you. Be sure to, if you want to help contribute to anyone that's fighting breast cancer, we'll put up some links here on the website for you guys to go help and support with that. Our love goes out to all you ladies. Keep fighting. The best will come. We promise that, all right? Cool, man. We got a great episode planned for y'all today. Thank y'all for tuning in again. We'll be nothing without y'all, so thank y'all so much. Here on the show, I like to pour back into people. Show love to y'all for showing love to me. This is your first time listening or your first time watching Ray's podcast. We like to pour back into y'all. So we like to get some, affirmations to you. So everybody get their swag on. Repeat to yourself. And just in case nobody told you today, I just want you to know that you're beautiful. You're loved. You're needed. You're alive for a reason. Hey, you're stronger than you think. You're going to get through this. See, here on my show, Ray's podcast, I'm glad that you're alive and don't give up. So when you keep those positive words in the back of your mind, when those tough situations come, I promise it'll make those situations that much easier to get through. Cool. Let's get into it. So we said it, it's October, breast cancer awareness. Also October, y'all know, it's known for Halloween, spooky season, as some of y'all like to call it. So we got a guy in here, man. He's got some good spooky movies and things out right now. Yo, everyone give a warm Ray's podcast welcome to our friend, producer, director, Mr. Juan Salas in the building right now, man. How's it going, bro?
Back in the days when I was young, I just wanna...
Sorry, malfunction. All the buttons went off right there. So.
Nah, it's all good. Hey, come out with the bang, man.
Hey, appreciate you coming in and rocking with us today right now.
Thank you for having me.
Man, how's it been going? How's your day going so far, bro?
It's going good. We just got back from the little mini tour. We were in New York for the premiere, the world premiere, and then we were in Dallas. Then we went to Beverly Hills, and now we're back in Dallas. So, the tour continues. Thank you for having us.
Hey, congratulations on the success you got going on right now. You got the #1 movie? What was on the first page of was it
Voodoo? Yeah. Right now we're out performing a lot of streaming films. Right now we're at the top of Voodoo. House of Dolls. It's now available on Voodoo, Amazon Prime, iTunes, and we're just enjoying all the reaction from everyone. From the crowds and the fans.
Man, congratulations on the game. Yo, speaking of House of Dolls, shout out to Linda Heidi. We had her on the show a while back. Shout out to the homie.
Oh,
I know she said
definitely.
she appeared in House of Dolls a little bit.
Yeah.
So shout out Linda.
Most definitely.
Man, you ready? Let's get into it, bro.
For sure.
Let's learn about Juan Salas. All right. Let's talk to the people. Tell the people about yourself. Where you started. Where you from. Let's take us from point A to point B. Let's go.
Right on. So I'm originally from Fort Worth. So I grew up there, but then I came to Dallas when I was 18 because I attended the Art Institute of Dallas. So I lived at the dorms for like 10 years, not 10 years, for like 5 years in college, but then I started doing music videos. I started doing music videos for like Playing Skills, Mr. Lucci, Legend, Big Chief, Don of the City, did videos for them. So that's where I started at with music videos. And I think with music videos, that's where I really got to, sharpen my craft before I took the leap into independent film. So it was fun to do music videos for a good while. I got to work with the likes of Rick Ross, Bun B, Slim Thug, Paul Wall, all the Texas legends. So that was a lot of fun. And then I made my transition into indie film because at first I always wanted to do movies, but when I got to college, that wasn't the case. I got really thrown into music videos, so that's where I sharpened up my skills before I made the leap. And, independent filmmaking, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's independent, it's in the name itself. So it's really what you do, what you bring to it, you take all the risk. So I got to really develop my skills even more doing independent films. It wasn't until my so I did Triple D movie first, and I did the Alp, then I did Wolfcatcher. That's the one that got me some awards. Because at first I was like, man, fuck this. Can I cuss?
Yeah.
Okay, it's over. It's over. I'm done. And then I got an award. So, and then 5 more came after. So I was like, okay, I'll stick to it one more time for a little bit. And then that took me to The Devil's Ring. And that film right there kind of changed things for me because that was the first time I got to work with a real actor, Damien Chapa. He was in the cult film Blood In, Blood Out. Have you seen it?
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, well, you know, an opportunity came to work with him, so I had to take it. So I got him, and then I got also Magic, who stars in Blood In, Blood Out. I got him in the movie too, Victor Rivers. So it was amazing to work with them. And that film, The Devil's Ring, got me my first distribution deal, national, with Gravitas. So with that, I had built a little bit of credibility just with that. And I was able to approach Dee Wallace. You know, Dee Wallace is from E.T., Cujo. Have you seen all those movies?
Yep.
Yeah. So, and she's the original Scream Queen. You know, it was Cujo, The Hills Have Eyes, Critters. So I got to approach her, and I sent her the script to her manager. And at first I thought she's not going to go for it. She's not going to do it. And luckily, her manager hit me back, and she was like, Dee read the script, and she loved it. So I was like, okay, great. Now I really got myself into this. So going forward, just went forward with it and developed the project, and it is what it is now. So, yeah, to keep it short, that's pretty much how my story went for the most part, my upbringing.
All right, so let's kind of rewind it back.
Sure.
Let's break it down a little bit. Yo, real quick, too, you shout out my brothers. Shout out Playing Skills. Know my brothers real quick. We're going to break this down a little bit more, okay? How was that transitioning from music videos to doing film? Like, let's dive in deep about that transition.
Yeah, so, again, I always wanted to do movies, but it doesn't start that way. You have to start somewhere, and it started with music videos. I would pinpoint my transition specifically is with the Triple D movie, because that movie stars Mr. Lucci and Big Chief. And that was like my version of Belly for Dallas.
Yeah.
So, in itself, it's a transition. It's it's still, the people that I worked with in music videos, I put them all in the movie. And it's me taking a dive into, trying to make a film, an hour and a half. That's going from 3-minute music videos to an hour and a half. So that transition was very apparent with that first project. I really think of it more as an experimental film. It was me diving in. There was no budget, nothing like that. So that was my transition piece right there. From there, I went to Alp. And that was another experimental horror. It deals with sleep paralysis. It was an experimental film. Again, I was really sharpening my tools here. I call it my Texas trilogy. It's the Triple D movie, Alp, and then it's Wolfcatcher, because all 3 movies were set in Texas. So I really feel those 3 were more of my, just sharpening up. And when I got into The Devil's Ring, it was really stepping into the industry, so to say. So I would say that those first 3 movies were my transition, specifically Triple D, because it brought my artists with me. We did it like that. So that was an amazing project to be a part of.
So let's dive in on The Devil's Ring. Talk to us about that movie. You said that was the one that really got you.
Yeah.
It really
so
got you
The Devil's Ring, we shot that during the pandemic, right? I was filming for like a month or 2, and then the pandemic hits. Everything gets shut down. It is crazy. And, we're independent. We can't just stop. Like, okay, yeah, we'll stop, considering everyone's safety, of course.
Yeah.
But we didn't have that option. And I was like, you know what? It's like now or never for me. It's like you either go broke or you have nothing. So a couple of us got together, and we did what we had to do to, go forward with it. Safety in mind, of course. Luckily, no one got sick on our whole production. This is during the pandemic. So we finished the film. It was a challenge. It was very challenging. And then the nature of the subject matter itself, boxing. We ain't got no insurance, We're independent films. So I'm throwing my main actor in there with real boxers. these are real boxers. Again, we didn't have insurance. I'm like, hey, bro, take it easy. You know what I'm saying? You get knocked out, it's over for us, But luckily, Alexander Luna, he went in there, he threw down. He didn't care. He went in there, he threw down. One of our actors, Cameron Vitash, he actually got into it with the boxers. That was fun to film. Hey, it's competitive. We're all men here, so it's all sportsmanship. But they got into it in sportsmanship, and that was fun. But because I was like, yo, man, they started connecting. But it made for a great entertainment piece, and even with Alex too. These are actors in there with real boxers, So again, it's a movie. It only goes to an extent. We're not in here to get hurt and things like that. We're all having fun. So that was fun, and it was very challenging in itself. With that in mind, we got to film it in California and in Denver, Colorado. We sent Alex up the mountains, so that was fun to film. Again, we don't have no permits. We're still independent here when I filmed it. We're out there with no permits filming. Hey, let's get the shot. Let's get out of here. So that was fun. Filming in California, that was fun as well. So, again, the whole experience was great. And working with Damian Chapa, a legend from Blood In, Blood Out, it was amazing to absorb all the knowledge and industry knowledge that he has, for what it was. So that project in many ways was me stepping into the industry because that got certain eyes on me. And that project took me to where I am now with House of Dolls. It set everything up for House of Dolls because having that national distribution set up my new movie that has an actual budget behind it in the marketing level. We're going international now. That was just told to me like a couple of days ago. It's doing really good on streaming that now it's going international. Germany gets it first.
Dang, that's what's up.
So it's an experience. Everything leads to the next. But to answer your question, yeah, Devil's Ring was a challenge. It took me where we needed to be. And I couldn't be happier with that project.
Man, awesome, man. I'm so excited to hear about all the distribution you're going to get, especially going internationally. That's big. Big ups to you. All right?
Yeah.
So you talked about, working with legends. Talk to us about that. How was it working with actors that's been working on major projects such as like Euphoria?
Oh,
E.T.,
yeah. So the first person that was cast in House of Dolls was Miko Gattuso. He's from Euphoria Season 1. You'll know him as Mouse. Working with him was amazing because, Damian Chapa, he did what he could. He was only in for like a day or two, but Miko, he really took the project on his back, man, and he was hands-on. And it was amazing to see that in an actor really believe in your work because, he didn't have to do all that. He could have just did his part and left.
Yeah.
But, no, he stuck around. He gave his opinion, insights. He told me all about working on HBO. So just me, I'm just soaking in all this knowledge from people in the industry. And with Miko, again, he was really hands-on. So it was an amazing experience working with someone like that goes out of their way to make sure you got what you need and you're all set. And he introduced me to a lot of amazing people in New York. I got to even shout out to, Ulysses Torrero. That he was at my premiere. So, a lot of people were definitely watching, and that's thanks to Miko's support as far as him. And with Dee Wallace, man, it was a dream working with her. Because, come on, she worked with E.T. She was on E.T. working with Spielberg. It's like, okay, you're working with Spielberg, and now a couple of years later, you're with me. Not to even put myself in the same type of caliber, but the people of that caliber, just to be around them. And, I actually picked her up from the airport. I made sure that she got that, royalty experience here in Dallas. So anyways, I got to ask her a bunch of questions. I asked her about E.T., Cujo, everything. It was funny, and she answered. So it was very nice talking to her and getting all, information about the industry, how it was working with Steven Spielberg. She even told me how it was working with Wes Craven. She was, I think that was her first movie, The Hills Have Eyes. Have you seen that movie, The Hills Have Eyes?
I haven't seen that one.
Have you seen the remake?
Yeah.
Oh, man, you got to watch it. They're incredible movies. But so she worked with Wes Craven, and Wes Craven is an incredible filmmaker. In my career, like growing up, I didn't know I liked Wes Craven movies. I don't know if you heard of People Under the Stairs. Have you seen that movie?
I've
People
heard of
Under
it,
the
but I've
Stairs.
never seen it.
Man, that was a great movie, and he did that. I didn't know that till later. And of course, he did Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yep.
The Scream movies. The Scream movies have and we'll go into that in a minute. But to answer your question about Dee Wallace, all that is tied to her. So it was amazing to soak up all that knowledge from, again, legends in the industry. She's definitely an icon, a scream queen. So it was amazing. And then, she's always in touch too, as well. As the movie's been released, it's been fun keeping in touch with her. Again, these are amazing people. And she doesn't have to be talking to me or saying anything. After the movie's done, that's it. But no, she checks in. She says, hey, hi, how's the movie? She loves the reactions that we've had in theaters. So working with them has been amazing. It's been a dream for sure. Come true.
Oh, man, that's awesome. That's awesome to hear, man. I want you to talk to me. What is your process like when it's
The process.
Making a film? Like, what is your process?
Well, I think every film has I try to make every film. I want every film to have a personal story. In a lot of ways, a lot of filmmaking, a lot of movies have a piece of you in a way. But you want to make it as relatable as possible. For example, for this movie, House of Dolls, I wanted to tell a personal story. So it started, funny enough, the idea started with an argument. I have 3 sisters, and we were hanging out, and one day we were talking about inheritances, and then we just started arguing. So then I just left and wrote this script. Once you watch the movie, you'll know. They're still alive, by the way. So that's how that came into play. And I found this pink house in L.A., and I thought it'd be perfect for a set. So I applied my story there. I want all my movies to have a good story. So I think it begins there. So my process would really start with having a story to tell, and then applying it to whatever it is I'm trying to express myself with, whether it's horror, drama, action. But that's my process. It's really, I say, more organic. It depends what kind of mood I'm in. This movie's done. What am I going to do next? I don't know. I might know in a week. I might know in a month, maybe a couple months. But my process in particular, I tried to connect everything to a human story that's relatable for the most part and let it go from there is what I do.
Nice. That's nice. So, being from the Dallas area, talk to us. What do you think about the film industry here in the Dallas area?
It's definitely growing. Right now there's so many tools accessible to anyone. Anyone can follow their dream. You have platforms now that are more accepting, so you're able to put your things out there for people to see, like YouTube and so on. The Dallas filmmaking space is definitely growing, so there's definitely growth everywhere, and that's amazing. That's important. It's also just as important to get information and do the right research. That's, if you're trying to push forward, that's the best thing you can do. But yes, as a passion for anyone, it's anyone should pick up a camera and be able to tell their own stories for sure. So I applaud anyone who even tries, because it's a lot against you. It's a lot of challenging things. So as an industry, they just put like some kind of initiative into Texas. So there's going to be studios popping up pretty soon everywhere. So I think it's amazing, and we're going to have that opportunity because there's a lot of talent here, and we're just as big as any other city. We have that. I've been to New York and LA. Yeah, they're a little ahead of us, but Dallas got – I don't know if you saw my premiere pictures, but we got swagger in Dallas, bro, like for real. Man, they really came out to it was sold out, over 200 people.
That's awesome, man. So
the support is there. The initiatives are coming. It's going to be exciting to see where it goes going forward, and that depends on people, that are inspired artists to take that initiative and go forward. Do your research is the best thing I could say. It's going to be exciting because yes, there's initiatives coming here. The shooting. What's that cowboy show? Yellowstone. You got Taylor Sheridan in Fort Worth. I'm from Fort Worth. Yeah. So it's going. It's about. If you have an idea that sticks. So I say it's going to be an exciting time going forward for Dallas filmmaking because it's about to explode in a big way, and we'll be able to compete on those markets for sure.
Okay. I want you to answer this question right here. We're going to move on to the next segment we got for you, okay? What is some advice you would give to a young filmmaker right now?
The best advice I would give is do your research. I wish there was someone I could have asked when I was coming up for advice. It doesn't work that way. A lot of it's going to be trial and error. A lot of it you won't get advice, especially here in Dallas. We're not in L.A. where everyone's a filmmaker. My best advice is do your research and do it thoroughly, and I promise you'll get what you want. And it's all in the process and the research. It's not all overnight. It is on who you know, but you're just as valuable if you know what you're doing and what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So I would say the best advice, and take it as you will, is do your research on that subject matter, and I promise you're going to find the answer. It took me that long for me to find out, like, if I just read the shit all the way through, you know what I'm saying, on certain things. But that's what ultimately, it's up to you. It was not up to anyone else. And if you get that help along the way, it's because you did what you needed to, and people are seeing your value. So I would say do your research to any filmmaker out there.
Facts, man. You dropping knowledge on these people real quick,
Yeah.
all right? So if this is your first time listening to Ray Ray's podcast, or you know, you're a veteran listening to Ray Ray's podcast or watch Ray Ray's podcast, you know it's a segment we got. It's called, what is it called?
Slow down. I just wanna get to know you.
Slow down. We just want to get to know you.
Bobby Valentino.
Yeah, shout out Bobby V. This is where we kind of ask you some random questions.
Okay.
We don't really know where we're going to go. We're just going to ask you.
Let's
and
go.
just see where we go. Real quick before we move forward, got to let you know that Slow Down is brought to you by Lyrically Correct. That is a lyric trivia game. Also, just to let you know, we do have a new promo code with Lyrically Correct. The new updated promo code is RAY23. That gets you 20% off all the Lyrically Correct products that they offer on their website. If you think you're lyrically correct, go to their website, get those products, put that promo code RAY23, and get your 20% off. And be sure to tune in. We gonna play it with my man Juan, see how you know his lyrics. So be sure to tune in to that segment later. All right, cool.
Do it.
So before we move forward with the Slow Down segment again, I want you to shout out all your social media platforms, all your projects you want people to tune into. Do that for us right now.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Director J Salas. That's the one you want to follow me on. That's where I have all my projects and stuff. I'm on Twitter at Director J Salas, Facebook Juan Salas. I just got a TikTok. I'm all late on that one, but you can follow me at Director J Salas. You can watch House of Dolls right now on Vudu, Amazon Prime, iTunes. You can watch The Devil's Ring on Vudu, Amazon Prime, and iTunes as well. So definitely check those projects out and check us out.
Cool, man. Okay, thank you for shouting all that stuff out. So real quick, I want to ask you a question. All right, it's a serious question right now.
Go
Okay.
for it.
Now I know you see social media.
Yeah.
One of the big things people like to talk about on social media is the Tubi movies. People share like some of the clips from the movies. All right. So, I was want you to answer this, okay?
No, sure.
And this is not to knock anyone out.
Not to knock anyone out. No.
How do you feel when you see people like making fun of people like, oh, look at this scene on Tubi and stuff? How does that make you feel as a filmmaker yourself, knowing the challenges that come with making films and directing?
At the end of the day, I applaud anyone who picks up a camera. And if you're on Tubi, more power to you. I'm happy for you because you're reaching an audience. We don't have a lot of platforms like that look out. So if you're on there, I applaud you. And you gotta have fun with it. Who gives a shit what anyone says? They're not out there doing it. I applaud anyone. My movie's in on TV, but they will be in a couple of months.
Yeah.
But I applaud anyone doing their thing because you know what? No one else is doing it. Fuck them. Go for it. Knock it out.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. There's this clip that's been going around the internet from a Tubi movie. I don't even know the movie.
It's the one with the bullet. I've seen a lot of stuff.
I've seen that one too, but no, it's a guy. He's like, I ain't got no job. I've been slinging dick. How you think I pay for stuff in his house? It's all been financed for my. That shit cracks me up every time I see his.
It's crazy because I don't know. You can see some wild stuff, but come on, you got stuff like Sharknado on big platforms.
Yeah,
come on. So I say anyone out there, have fun with it. It's fun stuff. Knock yourself out and have fun with it. I would say.
So me, as a film lover, movie lover, some of my favorite films are biopics. Okay.
Yeah.
If you were able to make a biopic on a celebrity, who would you want to do it on?
Julio Cesar Chavez, the boxer, the legend. Ah, man, if I got to do it, it'd be on him. There isn't one. I'm sure. I think he asked Mark Wahlberg to do it. But, Julio Cesar, you see me, boy, hit me up, man. I'll do it. Hit me up. I think that'd be a great biopic to do.
Man. Okay. Any other person you want to do a biopic on? Okay, so you got.
Oh, you know what? I'll throw myself in the ring for this one. I would love to do a Tupac biopic. Give it justice. No diss to the All Eyes on Me, whatever. But man, they need to do Tupac justice, man. They need to give us that straight out of Compton, production value. We need that. That would be incredible. I think it's coming soon. that I'm a huge Tupac fan.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan, so I would love to give that project justice. That'd be great.
All right. So I want you to list your top 5 actors you would love to work with.
Actors. Yeah, I've thought about this one. First one would be Cillian Murphy. I don't know if you know him. He was in the new Oppenheimer movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to work with him. Daenerys Targaryen, Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones. That would be a dream. Randy from the Scream movies. I forgot his real name, Jesus Christ. But Randy from the Scream movies, that would be amazing. Who else would I love to work with? I'd work with Sylvester Stallone. Just to say I got to work with Sylvester Stallone. That would be amazing. And last but definitely not least, I would have loved to work with Denzel Washington. Man, that incredible actor. I mean, his work speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Legend. Not last, but definitely one of my top actors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we talked about the biopics you would like to create, okay? So say, for instance, I'm a filmmaker, Ray, you know what I'm saying? I want to make the Juan Salas movie, okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What actor would you want to portray you?
Oh,
in a
man, you got to
biopic?
get someone fly, man. You got to do your research, get someone fly. I don't know if you see my premieres. No. But that'd be a long story. Yeah. I don't know. You'd have to find someone. Jay Hernandez is pretty old now. I don't know where he's probably older now. But, yeah, you'd have to have fun with it.
Okay.
There's a lot of elements to play with. So, there you go.
Okay, if you could describe a song that best if there was a song out there that best describes your life, or it could be like your theme song,
Oh, shit.
what would it be?
It'd have to be a rock song. I love music, so I love rock. It'd definitely be a rock song, maybe like Metallica. I Disappear is a good one. I love that song. You know, it's just, balls to the wall, rocking. That's all I do. So anything that'd be with me had to be a rock song for sure.
Okay. What makes you feel like your best self?
Whenever I'm in my environment of filmmaking, I think that's when I'm really, that's my passion. That's what I like to do. That's probably when I get to be myself the most, telling people what to do. Not really. But in the creative space, I think that's when the only time I'm really able to just, have fun and kick back. And then after that, it's just work.
Yeah.
And get into it. So I would say whenever I'm in my filmmaking element is when I would say.
Okay. So say, for instance, most of all the movies got destroyed. There was a movie, it's called Be Kind, Please Rewind, where they destroyed all the videotapes, all right?
Yeah.
So say, for instance, all the movies got destroyed, but you can only save 5.
Save 5.
Everything, all the other movies out there will be destroyed, don't exist anymore. What 5 are you keeping?
This might trip y'all out. Oh, man. That's hard to narrow down. There's so many great movies. I would say kind of top 3, and these are random as hell. I would say, because it's hard to say on that. Okay, Starship Troopers is probably one of my top ones. Starship Troopers, have you seen it?
Yes.
I love that movie. I can watch it anytime, all day, every day. It's just badass. It's action. I love that movie. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and throw this in there. Paid in Full. Have you seen Paid in Full?
Oh, yeah.
I fucking love that movie, man. It's incredible. It's a true story. It's crazy how it ended. And I was just in New York, but it's a great movie. And you got Cameron in there.
Of course,
So many.
Dipset,
I think
Dipset.
it's so, hell yeah, Dipset. I think it only got more of a classic as time has gone on. You compare it to everything else, and it stands out.
Yeah.
It's the set piece, So I could talk about Paid in Full all day. There you go. There goes one right there. Another one. This is gonna be super random. Jumanji. Have you seen Jumanji, the
Yes.
original?
Yes.
I fucking love that
Not
movie.
the original. I didn't
That's
see
an
it.
inspiring one. Robin Williams. The new ones, I don't think they connected enough. I don't know. They should have went back to the board game. But that's one. What's another one that?
Yeah, 2 more.
If it had to stay, what's another one? I'm trying to not to list this. Oh, Lord of the Rings. I say the trilogy is one big movie. I watch those all the time.
We'll accept that, yeah.
And of course, Star Wars, the original Star Wars, A New Hope. I would say those for sure would be my top 5 that I'd have to save.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. once a year, especially like when it gets really cold. Like if I'm off for a couple of days in a row, I watch all the Lord of the Rings like back to back to back.
Ah, hell yeah. Dude, let me ask you a question, too. What's your favorite horror movie? What would you say is your favorite horror movie?
I'll be honest, I don't have one because I'm not a big horror movie person.
No
Like that-
shit.
Yeah, it's just not.
Have you seen The Exorcist, the original one?
I think I have, yeah, but
You
like,
think?
like
Yeah.
a lot of that stuff is just, I guess, supposed to scare people.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't.
You don't get scared?
If
need
you
to
walk
watch.
down the street, some of the places I used to live, that's a horror
Okay,
movie
oh
in
yeah,
itself. So
that's
it's like-
enough, yeah. Dude, you got to watch The Exorcist. I went back to watch it recently, and
Yeah.
god damn, it's brutal. It's crazy. As far as horror movies, what about slashers? You like slashers? Do you have a favorite one, Scream or anything like that?
Man, I've seen them, but like it's just
They don't connect. No,
They don't connect with me, like-
no, yeah.
like that,
If there was one
Saw.
horror movie that you think you'd just lean towards, okay, I'll watch that if I.
I don't know. I couldn't pick one. If you put me on the spot right now, there's no way
Yeah.
I can pick one.
Oh, shit.
I remember
okay.
me and a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Shout out Katie. We had went when It had came out, like in 2017 or.
The new one, right?
Yeah.
The remake.
Bro, we laughed the whole time. Like, is this serious right now? Like,
Shit.
I laughed through the whole movie. Like, this is
Yeah.
supposed.
What? Yeah, yeah.
This wasn't. I was like,
What about The Conjuring? Have you seen The Conjuring? The first one.
I don't think so, man.
You got to watch it.
Okay.
That movie gave me a panic attack in the theater, and I don't get scared either, bro. I don't get scared. I think the only movie that probably ever scared me was like, I'm not gonna lie, Chucky traumatized me when I was a kid. Have you?
My mom said she took me as a kid, and I laughed in the movie
What?
theater. Yeah.
No shit,
Yeah,
dude.
as a
I was
kid.
traumatized for 10 years. I could not watch the movie
Well,
because of that movie.
I tell you what did scare me as a kid. I take that back.
Yeah.
Candyman.
Candyman. Oh
scared
wow,
the hell
yeah.
out of me as a
Tony
kid.
Todd. Yeah.
Me and my me and my cousin.
That was
went
a
in the
scary movie to watch as a
bathroom.
kid. It was hard to watch because
Yeah.
the music.
Yeah.
The music for the time piece that it came out, that was an incredible movie. And as a kid, it is hard to watch because the
Yeah.
music scared you more than it was. All that. I was like, and then he started talking. I was like, oh shit.
'Cause I remember one time, me and my cousin, we went in the bathroom. We
Yeah.
cut the lights off.
Oh yeah.
And right, we got the 5.
I think everybody's tried it.
No, my aunt had ended up opening the door. What are y'all doing in here? Like,
Yeah. Oh,
so we
shit.
literally
snap.
shut down our stuff
Okay,
at that
okay.
time.
So you got one.
But I tell you one thing that did scare me as a kid. It wasn't a horror movie.
yeah.
I used to love wrestling as a kid. Actually, I still love
Okay,
wrestling to this
okay.
day. The Undertaker.
Oh, okay.
His
okay.
music just used to creep me out as a kid.
Yeah.
And the older, I'm like, oh, this isn't real. Like, it's not real or whatever.
No, yeah.
So-
that horror element is always there. You know, with 3-6 Mafia, some of their early work, bro. Have you heard their early work? It sounds almost goddamn demonic.
Yeah,
It's
that's what a lot of people
amazing,
say,
bro.
yeah.
Back when I used to hang out in high school, we used to just, hang out, listen to 3-6 Mafia. Like, that shit is demonic. I'm like, that needs to be on a movie. In
Yeah.
a movie. I'm surprised it hasn't. If you watch House of Dolls, I have a hip-hop song in there. And I don't know if you can recall the last horror movie where a character gets killed to hip-hop music. You've heard techno, rock maybe, even EDM, but you've never seen that. And with my film at the premieres, people were like, bro, that was so cool that you had hip-hop in your film. And because you don't see that a whole lot, and that's a part of me. My background is music videos. Even though I'm done with the music industry in general, it's a part of my DNA, and you'll see that in my work. So to have hip-hop in a horror movie, I think it was cool to see that crowd's reaction to it.
Yeah. Okay. So in wrapping up, I always like to
Yeah.
ask these 2 questions,
Sure.
okay? First question, if you could give any advice, no matter what the subject is, to anyone, what would it be? And secondly, what do you want people to take away from the podcast you're doing with me today?
Okay, if I had any general advice for anyone is if you have something that you're passionate about, go out and do it. Just go out and do it. Start today. That's what I would say to anyone in general. If you have a passion, just go out and go for it. You'll never know. And if anyone takes anything from today, I hope you take to go watch my movie House of Dolls on Vudu, Amazon Prime, and iTunes as well. But no, if you take anything from it, hopefully you got some info out of it. And if you're a filmmaker, go for it. And again, just do your research. I promise you, it's the simplest thing, and you'll get a lot of answers, especially these days on the internet.
Man, facts, man. Again, appreciate you taking your time out, rocking with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Make sure you go check this guy on social media. Go check out these films this guy's producing, man. He's doing a lot of hard work, great work out there. We support you here. And hopefully, you pull up on us on the next big project you have coming out.
Appreciate you. No,
Open
yeah,
invitation.
Sure. Hey, we're going to get you in the horror movie, Ray Ray.
All right. All right. Don't let me be the black guy to get killed first.
Nah,
Maybe.
we
All
will
right,
make
cool,
sure
cool,
you
cool.
live. I got you.
All right. You know, we start off the show with positive words. We're going to end the show with positive words, all right? So everybody get your swag on, you know what I'm saying? Rub your hands like you Birdman, all right? Tell yourself, I will boss up mentally. I will boss up spiritually. I will boss up physically. And I will boss up financially. Invest in yourself. It is your boy, Ray's Podcast. Catch you next time, all right? We out.
Yo.
Hey, get money all day, get money all night. Sip my drink home, let's get right. Getting paid, I'm getting paid. Hey, get money all day, get money all night. Sip my drink home, let's get right. Getting paid.